Hello, welcome students to St. Mary's English High School, and today I am going to teach you English from Standard 7th Balbharti textbook. Students, let's begin with the chapter that is The King's Choice from unit number 1, lesson 1.4. We are going to study this chapter in two parts. So I am going to start with part 1. So let's start the lesson. The King's Choice. There was once a lion who was king of the forest. He was big and strong and very fierce. Now, fierce means to show aggressive behavior, that is, very angry behavior. So, in this lesson, we have a lion who was the king of the forest, and he was big and strong and he was very fierce. So, he had all the qualities of being a king. All the other animals in the forest called him king. Now everywhere, each and everyone in the forest, they used to call him a king. And they accepted him as a king because he was very big and he was very strong. And as a mark of respect or fear, they brought him gifts from every corner of the forest. But the more the lion had, the more he wanted. Whatever had given to him, he was not satisfied with that. That's why he wanted more and more. Then a king must have a coat, he said to himself one day. The king was wondering and sitting. He said to himself that a king must have a coat for himself. Court means all the ministers, all the workers, all the ministers working under me. So I should have a coat, he decided to himself. He called a fox to his side. So one day he decided that he must have a coat. That's why he had called a fox to his side and said, "You are known to be a wise and clever creature, fox," said the lion. "I want you to be my advisor." So the lion called the fox to his side and then he said, "You seems to be wise and clever, and that's why I want you to be my advisor." Students, who is an advisor? Advisor is a person who will advise the king what to do and what not to do, and what is right and what is wrong, and how to do it. So all these tasks advisor does. That's why he appointed a fox as an advisor, because he was very wise and clever. "Thank you, your majesty," said the fox, bowing low. Now, if someone is greater than you in respect, you say as your majesty. That's why the fox said to the lion, "Thank you, your majesty," bowing low. Bowing low means showing respect. Now, the lion next called a leopard to his side. "You are known to be watchful and swift of foot, leopard. I want you to be my bodyguard." Now what the lion says to this? He says that he wants that leopard should be his bodyguard, because leopard was very watchful. Watchful means very alert, and swift. Swift means quick. Somebody who is able to be very quick in action. So the leopard was very watchful and quick. He was very alert and he was very quick. Of foot means very swift of foot. Now what the lion want? The lion wanted that leopard should be his bodyguard. Who is bodyguard, students? Bodyguard means the person who guards or protects another person. So he wanted the leopard should be his bodyguard. Now what the leopard replies? Leopard replies the same. "Thank you, your majesty," said the leopard, bowing low. Now after the fox and the leopard, the lion called the vulture to his side. He said, "You are a bird, vulture, and can fly high. You are to be my messenger." Now what the lion is saying to the vulture? He is saying that you are a bird and you can fly very high, and that's why I want you to be my messenger. Now who is messenger, students? Messenger is a person who brings messages from far and wide. So vulture could fly. That's why the lion wanted the vulture to be his messenger. Then vulture replied, "Thank you, your majesty," said the vulture, bowing low. Same way as the fox and the leopard said. Now the fox, the vulture and the leopard took an oath of loyalty to the king. The king promised to give them food and protection. Now students, here oath means promise and loyalty means to be faithful. So the fox, the vulture and the leopard took an oath, took an promise of loyalty to the king, that is to be faithful towards the king. So these three, the fox as an advisor, the vulture as a messenger and the leopard as an bodyguard, were appointed as the ministers of the court of the lion. And then the king also promised them to give food and protection. So the king said, yes, if you are taking an oath of a loyalty, then in return I will give you all food and I will protect you, take care of you, and I will see that there is no harm to you. Nobody does anything to you and your life is saved. Then for some time all went well in the court of the Lion King. So for some time everything was going well. The fox, the vulture and the leopard, they were doing their duty well. So everything went on smoothly for some time. The three courtiers never opposed the king. Now who were the courtiers? Yes, the fox, the vulture and the leopard. They were never opposed the king. Oppose means disagree, means they always agreed to whatever the king said. And his wishes were law. Law means rule. Whatever the king had told, it was the law or the wishes or the rule for the three courtiers. All three accepted it, followed it, and they three made it as a rule to follow all the wishes of their king. Now, whenever he roared means the sound that the lion makes is known as roaring. So, whenever he roared, they stood in awe. Now, here awe means respect, the feeling of respect. Now, whenever he took a walk, they followed him. Means whatever the lion did, all three courtiers or the ministers of his court followed him. Means whatever the king had done, they always used to follow the king. Now, when the Lion King went hunting, they found the animals for him to kill. So whenever the Lion King decided that now I wanted to go for the hunting, now what these three courtiers did, they found the animals for him to kill. Because the lion is a carnivorous animal and he wants the other animals to eat, to fill his stomach. That is why the three courtiers followed the king and they used to catch the animals for lion to hunt. And after he had his meal, that is after he had hunted, after he had killed and after he had eaten, means after the meal, he left the remains for them. So they always had enough to eat. So whatever the food was left, whatever the meal was left, he used to give it to the three courtiers, that is the fox, vulture and the leopard, to eat. So that is why they had enough to eat for food. Now one day the vulture came back from a flight. What is flight, students? Flight means after flying, means after taking a round from the forest. When he came back, he said, "Your Majesty, have you ever eaten a camel?" He asked. "It is very tasty. I ate it once in the desert." Now what the vulture is saying to the Lion King? That I have eaten a camel and it is very, very tasty. And he had eaten it in the desert. Now the lion had never seen a camel, but he liked the idea of trying camel meat. Now, as we know, a camel is a desert animal. Where the camel lives, he lives in a desert. And lions live in the jungle. So, therefore, the lion had never seen a camel. So, he did not know what was camel and how was the taste of the camel's meat. But he wanted to try some new foods. So, the lion asked, "But where can we get a camel?" "There is a desert some miles away," said the vulture. So vulture is saying to the lion that there is one desert over there. There is some mile away. There we can get a camel. I was flying over it when I saw a lone camel not far away. It looked big and fat. So what the description has given by the vulture, he said that camel was lone. Lone means he was alone over there and he is not so far away, and he was looking big and fat. So he had described the camel big and fat. Then the lion looked at his other advisors. Now who were the other advisors? the fox and the leopard. So the lion looked to his advisors. They were wise and experienced. So he wanted their opinion. Opinion means what they felt. Means the other courtiers, that is fox and the leopard, what they felt. That's why the lion wanted their opinion also. Now the fox and the leopard did not know the desert, but they did not want the vulture to seem wiser than them. It means, so if they said that they don't know anything, then the king will feel that the vulture is wiser, and these people like fox and leopards are fools. So because of this, they did not wanted that vulture seem wiser than them. So they said, since it was the vulture's idea, he should lead the way. So they did not tell anything to king that they don't know about the camel or they did not know about the desert. So they just said, since it is the vulture's idea, he should lead the way. Means he should start the way. Lead the way means go ahead and we will follow him. So vulture will go first and then we will follow him, because it's the vulture's idea. Now early next morning, the lion and his court started off on the camel hunt. So they started getting up early and they started their journey. Why? Because they had to go to the desert. And the lion and his court. Court means the three people, that is the fox, the vulture and a leopard. They started off on the camel hunt to search the camel. They proceeded towards the desert while following the vulture. Now they reached the edge of the desert easily. Now edge means the end point of the desert, means the end point of the desert they had reached. Okay, now but after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot. The sun shone down with fire hot rays. Now they had started early in the morning after leaving the forest, but soon when they were out of the forest. Now in the forest we know there are many trees that give us shade, but outside the forest there is no trees, there are no shades. That is why the sun shone down the fire hot rays. Means it was a noon time and it was very very hot over there. Means sometimes in the summer season when we are out in the noon time, we also feel very very hot. The sun rays affect us a lot. We feel very hot. So our whole body starts burning. And even on the roads and all that, it is very hot. It is very hot and it is not possible to walk in the noon or in the sun rays. Now high up in the cooler air, the vulture flew. Now the vulture was flying nicely in the cooler air. But hurry along, he called. The camel is not far off. What the vulture said? The vulture said, hurry, come on, we have to move faster. Why? Because the camel is not far off. The camel is very nearby. We have to move fast to catch him. But the lion could not hurry anymore. The lion could not walk anymore because the lion was fed up of walking in the warmer sun, and the hot sand had burned his paws. Now we know that they had entered in the desert. Now in desert there is sand, and the lion, he is made to live in the jungle. His paws are not so strong to travel in the sand, in the desert sand. But as he was walking, his paws was really burned off. His paws had burned with this hot sand. He could not go any further. Means he said, I am very tired. I could not go any further. Stop, he shouted to the others. Let's go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel meat. Now he was so tired and his paws were so burned that he was not able to walk anymore. That's why he said, we'll go back to the forest, and he don't care about the camel's meat. The Lion King's advisors were frightened. So when the lion said stop, the Lion King's advisors, that is the fox, the leopard and the vulture, they got frightened. The forest was far behind them and they did not know how to get the lion back home, because the lion was now injured. His paw had burned, and the lion is saying that now I don't want to go to the desert, I want to go back to the forest. The forest was like far behind and they did not know how to take the lion back to the forest, and that's why they were frightened. Now students, I will stop my part 1 video over here and will continue in the next lecture. Till then, thank you, take care, stay home and stay safe.